The fourth behavior or key to success, I like to put it this way. If you don't change, it won't change. Gandhi said, become the change you want to see in the world. Einstein said, the world as we have created it is a process of our thinking. It cannot be changed without changing our thinking. Rumi, he said, yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today, I am wise, so I'm changing myself. This is the basis of what we really try to strive to teach and start from when we start working with clients at Delta Psi. That if they want to be effective at anything, they want to be an effective leader, they want to be effective at sales, they want to be effective at some type of performance, whatever it may be, that it starts with a change of mind. It won't change if you don't change. In other words, the circumstances in which you find yourself, the world in which you live, the world that you participate and you experience, it will not change until you change. When you start to change the decisions you make, when you start to change, really it starts with changing your mind, changing the way you think. Then you change the decisions you make. And that, of course, ends up changing the outcomes of your life. You know, we're a culmination of the decisions that we've made up to this point. So if you want to change the situation in which you find yourself, if you want to become more successful at whatever it may be, not just monetary success, maybe not just worldly success, maybe you want to be a better father or a better mother, maybe you want to be a better friend, maybe you want to become a better artist, whatever it may be, it requires that you change. I want you to imagine that you're on a beach. There's no one else there. You're alone. You're comfortable. You're very relaxed. There's no family. There's no friends. There's no coworkers. No one's asking you to be anything. You can feel the warmth of the sun and the cool breeze. It is absolutely comfortable. You are just yourself, being there yourself. Rate yourself. 1 to 5. 1, you're not so great. 5, you're great. How do you rate yourself? If you said anything less than 5, then I think you may be confusing a concept. There's a difference between who you are and what you do. By the very nature of the divinity graced to you to be a human, you are a 5. We're all 5s. It's what we do that we can be a 1 to 5 in. As a husband, I wasn't really a great husband, so I was like a 2. As a father, I was a 4. As coworker, I'm sure some of my coworkers have thought I was a 1 and some of them have thought I was a 5 or anywhere in between. Sometimes I've been a really great friend and sometimes I haven't been that good of a friend. Sometimes I've been a good leader and at other times I haven't been. These are all things I do. They're roles I play. But I'm a 5. Who I am, I'm a 5. And so are you. I used to tell my children when they were young that I would always love them, though I may not always love the decisions they make. There's a difference between who we are and the decisions we make. And if we don't change, if we don't change the decisions we make, if we don't change the behavior we participate in, the situation won't change. We're a culmination of those decisions. But see, the problem is, for most people, the very nature of change is discomfort. And in fact, most people don't change until the discomfort of not changing becomes greater than the discomfort of change. Let me say that one more time. Most people do not change until the discomfort of not changing becomes greater than the discomfort of change. Knowing that discomfort is the very nature of change, I try to lean into it. I try to make myself uncomfortable because I know this is when I'm growing. I've made a lot of bad decisions, and I'm okay with making decisions, even bad ones, that make me feel uncomfortable, because I know through making decisions, I'm going to learn how to make better decisions. I'm going to feel the consequence of those decisions, even when they're the wrong ones and I'm uncomfortable. Because through the effort of making those decisions, I become wiser and I'm able to make better decisions and thus have better outcomes, create a better situation for myself. I've fantasized about writing a self-help book, and one of the titles I've bounced out there is Comfort is the Enemy. And it's ironic because a lot of us, we strive, we work hard, we're looking for success because we think it's going to bring us comfort. But if it does, it's like a poison pill. It stops the growth. We need to be willing to be uncomfortable for change. And if we want to change the situation we're in, then we need to be uncomfortable. I imagine there's some people out there who are very comfortable with where they're at, and they don't really need to make any changes. And I'll bet you they don't watch these videos. And I know there's a lot of other people out there who really do want to change, but they're afraid of making those changes because they're afraid of the discomfort that comes along with making those changes. But without that discomfort, you're not really changing anything. It won't change until you change. Your job won't change until you change the way you make decisions, till you change the way that you think. Your life, the station that you find yourself in life, the surroundings that you have, if you want those to change, you need to change. You can't wait for someone else to change. You can't wait for the circumstances to change. You can't make someone else feel uncomfortable because you don't want to change. If you're sitting around waiting for life, waiting for the world, waiting for your situation to change, and not looking at yourself, not asking yourself the change, not asking yourself to make the change that needs to be made, it won't happen. The fourth key, the fourth behavior, it's the contract we make with ourselves to put ourselves into a better place. It won't change if you don't change. Remember, we're all stuck in the matrix. It's your job to find your way out. I hope what we share helps.